Hey y'all, happy Tuesday. It's about an hour before the new Salt Lake comes out. And yeah, I'm 2 episodes behind 'cause I've been sick and we're having a blizzard. And please bear with me. So I'm going to do the last 2 episodes. Um, the brought to you by Wayfair episode is on paper, so I'll be up and down. And then we're going to talk about the most recent episode and hopefully have all of that taken care of before it's time to start watching the new one because they're going to Greece. So all right. So week before last, as I said, brought to you by Wayfair. The ladies get the red carpet treatment at Walters. They drink champagne, the murderous champagne. Mary tells them that she asked them there to support her and to support her on an important day, and talks about how she didn't invite Britt but called to tell her she wasn't invited, but that Britt apologized to her, and how if Brittany could apologize then they all needed to, right? But and in the end she was like, ooh, should I invite her? And she asked her dog Donatello, which I support. And he's not co-signing that shit, so Brittany is not invited. Heather jumps in and then they're off. Meredith and Lisa hold the line. It's very alternate facts. They make me bad shit because they're so full of shit. But anyway, um, and also at this point, I give zero fucks about what happened on the plane. Literally, I don't care. It's the fact that they're gaslighting everyone about it. It's gross. Um, and it probably was awful, but Brittany did come for Meredith's marriage, and that's the part that everyone seems to forget. So on that score, I'm kind of on Meredith's side there. There obviously there's no excuse, but you know, some shit makes you crazy. Um, Meredith is gonna mean girl you. Brittany, like you came for her marriage, that's what's gonna happen, right? Deal with it. You're on a reality TV show. And Brittany makes me crazy because she plays victim, even with her daughter in therapy. It's fucking gross. Um, anyway, and she also plays victim with the audience, and like these are the consequences of your actions, lady. Let's see. Where we go. Oh, Lisa, honey, you don't have global entry, okay? All right. Then we find out that Bronwyn's busted, that she spilled the tea about Whitney starting to push this Meredith is an alcoholic, pill popping, drug addict narrative. Um, I do think that whatever she takes when she travels probably shouldn't be mixed with alcohol, but that's just my opinion. Um Also, was Bronwyn messy for spilling it to Meredith? Maybe, but Whitney, how in the name of God is that a private conversation? There were cameras there. If she hadn't told Meredith, she would have been in deep with Meredith. She decided who she wanted to be pissed off at her, and she chose you because she can handle you a little bit more easily. Like, it's not fucking rocket science, right? All right. Then we go. Then the lunch is over. Bronwyn's not American. She was born in Brazil. Muzzy called her an oops in her own kitchen, and damn. Um, and I love Bronwyn's messy ass, but Muzzy is also growing on me a little bit. She's funny as fuck. Then we get the Wayfair commercial. Wayfair, you got just what I need. Anyway, also I would take some Wayfair shit. Anyway, Lisa and Meredith get pedicures and talk about bad weather acting up. Then we get Wit and Heather's mattress. So keeping that thing for 20 years, okay, maybe you're thrifty or lazy, but and I understand, like, you have two kids. Lord knows my mattress would not stand up to public scrutiny, but like, I'm not trying to put it on TV either. Damn, Wit is pissed at Bronwyn, treacherous snake. Wow, why are you surprised there were cameras there? And you know that Bronwyn is messy. This is not the first time she's done this shit. And I love her fucking for it. So whatever. Whit was so proud of her snake comment. Did you see she did a little to the camera? I can't. And I like Whitney, but man, oh man, is she always takes it one step too far. Then we get Brittany playing victim in therapy with her daughter. If her daughter wants to go on the show, that's great. Shame on her if she's pressuring her. And her daughter's amazing. Fuck Brittany. Then we get Bronwyn, Muzzy, and Gwen making bonsai. And Bronwyn's having some serious empty nest issues. And as terrible as Muzzy is, she's like, please don't leave. Don't leave me with Todd. Don't leave me with the Todd father. And I love this scene. I felt like it was real and genuine. I think that's why I respond to Bronwyn, is she feels authentic to me. So give me just a second. I'm going to pause. Or maybe not. I don't know. And we're going to start the next episode. To spill the Boston Tea Party. All right. Oh, we don't even have to pause. Looky there. I have everything up and ready to go. So, we start with Bronwyn picking Todd up at the airport in the sloth costume. I don't care. I like the costumes. If I had any disposable income at all, I would get one. My daughter and I also were so excited to hear a chuckle out of Todd in this episode. Like, it made us laugh to the point where then we missed what they were talking about. So I like, okay, good job. Then we get Whit and Justin, with Whitney looking wistfully over like I don't know if it's sewage overflow pond or whatever. And now I'm confused because she is acting like she didn't know anything about the MLM or how MLMs work. Hold on just a sec. But like, didn't she meet Justin working at an MLM? Isn't that what happened? Asking for a friend, y'all. Anyway, what is it also with Mormons and MLMs and peeing and swinging? What is all that shit? Dude, that's what all of that repression does. Too much soda maybe is why all the peeing. I don't know. Also throwing your husband under the bus like that on camera, that's just fucking brutal. I really hope that like they pre-gamed this scene, he knew what was coming, because otherwise, damn. And to me, he looked kind of blindsided to me, and it honestly made me think a little bit less of Whitney. Then we've got Heather decorating her daughter's bed for college. She brings some air fryer shit, don't care. All of her scenes, especially, I just talked about how authentic I feel Bronwyn is. All of Heather's scenes feel so contrived to me. They really do. Then we get a little bit more Muzzy redemption, right? Am I still pissed at her? For sure. But I did believe her in Bronwyn. I really did. I even shed a tear. Well, because I cry when a light bulb burns out. And in contrast to Heather, Bronwyn's scenes seem so authentic. The ones with her family and stuff. The ones with Heather's kids just don't. They all feel like we're putting on a show here. I don't know. And I think that's why I love Bronwyn so much. Is she does seem authentic. Plus, she can bring the messy like a champ. Like a champ. Don't y'all think that Whitney is going to have to drop her beef with Bronwyn entirely, or she's going to be in danger, even with Heather helping her? Because I don't think that Whitney is a match for the tiny bee. You know what I'm saying? Then we have the main event, theater, pure fucking theater. There was even a set, for crying out loud. This is how few cool things there are to do in Salt Lake City. They have to rent a warehouse and put on a show in order for them to have a spill the tea party. It's fucking hilarious. They're building sets. Are you kidding me? That's fucking chutzpah, though. You know what I mean? They're gonna make it work. They all arrive. Lisa's a party pooper and isn't dressed. Angie fat lips the fat flask, big party foul. So they all sit around in the set. Also, the small government test had me rolling. And it's what I've always said, when whatever your political leanings are, to bitch about immigrants is stupid, because they're like, just like somebody who converts to Judaism or Catholicism or something. There's no one more faithful than a convert. And I think that's true with immigration, with somebody who chooses to become an American citizen. Bronwyn certainly knew the most about it. To be fair, though, also it's fresher on her mind. Everybody else learned this shit when they were 18 years old. And Lord knows that was 60 years ago or so. So, but anyway, I thought it was funny. So they go around the room. Angie starts with Lisa and her fucking horse. Who the fuck cares? And why does Lisa have to double down and say, "Oh, I'm actually getting a second horse"? Bitch, no, you're not. Brittany, don't care. Also, I want that below deck footage. I want to see what really happened with the crew. Also, voice notes do ramble. Also, what is it with the voice notes? There was a voice note on Beverly Hills this past week too. But what's with the housewives and the voice notes? I do, though. I have to say, I have one really good friend that's almost exclusively how we communicate, because we do ramble. And I think about, she'll be leaving me something, and she'll be like, "This fucking asshole, he learned how to drive," and it is hilarious. Heather comes in with the farting and the making out. That is her and Whitney trying to go after Bronwyn, and she won't take, and Bronwyn's just not taking the bait. She's like, "Nope, throw it overboard." And then Heather backtracks, apologizes to Bronwyn to save her own ass. Bronwyn apologizes to Whit. And again, here's the thing, Whitney. Shut the fuck up. The conversation was not private. You were on camera. You cannot pull that shit. And you know that by having that conversation with Bronwyn on camera, you're putting her in the position where she's either going to have to betray you or betray Meredith. She chose to betray you. And shut the fuck up. It was on camera. It was on camera. So, like, anyway. Then here comes the drug test. Meredith does love a prop, doesn't she? Especially if she can shoehorn some product placement in there. She's all about the prop, right? Also, I thought when Meredith was like, "I drink alcohol," and I know the subtitles and everything said occasional gummy, but I swear to God, I heard occasional Valium. I swear that's what I heard. Remember Soup Man? Just saying. And Valium and alcohol will make you forget everything. When do y'all think that Mary is going to realize that Meredith called her a liar, along with everybody else there? Is Mary going to clock that? Because I feel like if she does, that'll be the end for her and Meredith. Right? And Meredith calls her a liar, and Lisa is changing her. These two lie bald-faced to these women and hold the line. No, it didn't happen. Sky's blue. No, it's not. The sky is actually chartreuse. It's like they're flat earthers. You can't tell them anything. This is literally why they drive me nuts. This shit better get all wrapped up at the reunion with some footage on the plane. Meredith clearly gives zero fucks about Heather. She flat out just refused to apologize. She's like, well, you're just going to have to feel that way, motherfucker. It was crazy. Then Bronwyn comes out in her Constitution dress, and they all say some bullshit amendments, and Meredith ends with, stop the reactive abuse. She's crazy. So they're all in Greece later tonight. See y'all there. Bye.